A metal ribbon X burns in oxygen with a dazzling white flame, forming a white wash Y. The correct description of X and Y and the type of reaction.
X magnesium.
Y
Magnesium oxide.
type of reaction. Combination. What happens when lead nitrate is heated?
Lead oxide, sodium
PbO plus NO2 plus O2. The products obtained when lead nitrate in the reaction of iron with copper sulfate solution, copper sulfate plus iron gives copper plus iron sulfate. Which option in the given table correctly present the substance oxidized and the reducing agent? Copper sulfate CuSO4 plus Fe gives FeSO4 plus Cu. Which substance is oxidized and which is reducing agent?
Fe
oxidized. Copper sulfate reduced. Which is reducing agent? Fe is oxidized and the reducing agent is also Fe. Identify the product X obtained in the following chemical reaction. Calcium carbonate CaCO3 gives X plus CO2. X is
COH.
No, CaO. Calcium oxide plus CO2. X is CO, calcium oxide. Calcium, when calcium carbonate is heated to form calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. On placing a copper coin in a test tube containing green ferrous sulfate solution, it will be observed that the ferrous sulfate solution turns blue and grey substance, turns colorless and a reddish brown substance is deposited in the copper ion, remains green with no change in the copper coin.
Remains unchanged.
Why?
Because the copper cannot displace
the iron. Accessories iron articles are painted so as to prevent them from rusting. Reason is, when the surface of iron is coated with the paint, its surface does not come in direct contact with oxygen and moisture. Therefore, rusting does not take place. Good. Accession is Fe2O3 plus 2Al. Fe2O3 plus 2Al, iron oxide plus aluminum gives Al2O3 plus Fe. Al2O3 plus Fe. The above chemical reaction is an example of a displacement reaction. Reason is aluminum is more being reactive than iron and displaces iron from its oxide. A student took a small amount of copper oxide in a conical flask and added dilute hydrochloric acid to it. Copper oxide and hydrochloric acid. Test while constant stirring, he observed a change in color of the solution. Write the name of the compound formed and its color.
Copper. CuCl2 plus
When copper oxide is added to dilute hydrochloric acid, what will form?
copper.
Copper chloride plus water. CuCl2 plus H2O. CuCl2 plus. Next, when steam is passed through red hot iron, iron oxide and hydrogen gas is formed. The balanced equation for the reaction is shown below. Fe plus H2O. H2O एटी water liquid नहीं, steam.
Gas.
Gives Fe plus H2O gives Fe3O4 iron oxide plus H2. Is heating iron to red hot a physical or chemical change?
Chemical.
No. Heating iron to red hot is a physical change, as this is reversible in nature and can be turned into its original form. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଆଇରନ୍ କୁ ଗରମ କରିବା ସେ ନାଲି ଦେଖାଯିବ, ସେଟା କେମିକାଲ ନାହିଁ, ପୁଣି ତାପରେ ଥଣ୍ଡା ହେଇଗଲେ ସେ ଆଇରନ୍ ଅବସ୍ଥାକୁ ପଳେଇ ଆସିବ, ସେଟା ହେଲା ଫିଜିକାଲ ଚେଞ୍ଜ. ରଷ୍ଟିଂ ଅଫ୍ ଆଇରନ୍ ଇଜ କେମିକାଲ ଚେଞ୍ଜ. State the type of chemical reactions. Ammonia and hydrogen chloride gas are mixed. Combination. Which acid is found in nettle sting? Methanoic.
Yeah.
In which pH range our body works? 7 to 7.8. Which raw material is used for the preparation of bleaching powder? Which raw material is used? Calcium hydroxide solid with chlorine. When a sodium compound X, which is also used in soda fire extinguisher, when it heated gives a sodium compound Y along with water and carbon dioxide. Y on crystallization forms compound Z. Identify X, Y, Z.
X
When a sodium compound X, which is also used in soda fire extinguisher, when it is heated gives a sodium compound Y along with water and carbon dioxide. Y on crystallization forms compound Z.
NaHCO3.
NaHCO3. NaHCO3 when heated gives a sodium compound.
Sodium hydroxide.
Sodium hydroxide. No, sodium carbonate. When sodium carbonate recrystallization form a compound Z, washing soda, sodium carbonate decahydrate. What happens when gypsum is heated above 373 Kelvin? Plaster of
Paris.
Why does dry hydrochloric gas does not change the color of a dry litmus paper?
Because the ions are not in the free liquid.
Dry hydrochloric gas does not contain H plus ion, so it does not show any acidic properties. While diluting an acid, Why is it recommended that the acid should be added to water and not water to the acid?
So if water is added to an acid, it becomes an exotheric acid, which often gives an high heat that could break the breaker test tube.
Dilution of a concentrated acid is highly exothermic and lot of heat is generated. Care must be taken while mixing concentrated acid with water. The acid must always be added slowly to water with constant stirring. If water is added to the concentrated acid, the heat generated may cause the mixture to splash out and cause severe burn. What will happen if a solution of sodium hydrogen carbonate is heated? Sodium hydrogen carbonate NaHCO3 heated. What will happen?
Sodium carbonate.
Na2CO3 gives Na2CO3 plus water plus carbon dioxide. What is the common name of the compound calcium oxychloride? Bleaching powder. Name the substance which on treatment with chlorine yields bleaching powder.
Calcium hydroxide.
Calcium hydroxide or dry slaked lime. Name the sodium compound which is used for softening hard water. Sodium carbonate. What is the calcination?
The process in which the metal oxides are heated below its melting point in the presence of oxygen to give its oxide.
In the absence of limited air or absence of oxygen, carbonate ores are heated. What is roasting?
Process in which sulfides are heated below its melting point in the presence of
Excess
air to get ore.
What is the cinnabar? Ore of mercury. What is electrolytic reduction?
It is a process in which the highly reactive metals are
Extracted from the ore by the process of electrolysis of their molten salts. What is the thermit reaction?
the reaction in which aluminum is
Iron oxide with aluminum to produce iron, which is used to join railway track or cracked machine part. The thermit welding or thermite reaction. What is amalgam?
It is the ore.
If an ore contains mercury as one of its component, which type of metals are extracted by electrolytic reduction? Highly reactive metals. An element X reacts with O2 and oxygen to give a compound with a high melting point. This compound is also soluble in water. The element X is likely to calcium, silicon, iron, carbon. Calcium. Which of the following metal will not give hydrogen with water? Which of the metal will not give hydrogen with water? तमाने जो मेटल टा वाटर सहित मिसले हाइड्रोजन दबना सोडियम प्लस वाटर मैग्नीशियम प्लस वाटर कॉपर प्लस वाटर जिंक प्लस वाटर copper plus why copper is placed below the hydrogen in the reactivity series. Bronze is an alloy of
bronze, copper and tin.
Copper and tin. Good. During the electrolytic refining of copper, what happens at the anode? Copper ions gain electron to become neutral copper atom. Neutral copper atom gains electron to become ions. Copper ion loss electron to become neutral atom. Neutral copper atom loss electron to become ions. Last, neutral copper atom loss electrons to become ions. এটা ଅଛି Oswald.
ये जो आइस ऑक्साइड ଅଛି आइस ऑक्साइड ଅଛି
Oswald ଅଛି ତୋର ପଚାରିଲି ଏ ଯୋଉ ସାମ୍ପଲ ଗାଇଡ୍
नहीं
ଆଉ
आउट है
CBSE এটা ଅଛି CBSE ଯୋଉ ଫ୍ୟାକ୍ଟ ଜାଣି ସେଟା So which heteroatoms are present in the following compound? CH3, right on CH3, CH2, O, CH2, CH2, Cl.
CH3 CH2
CH3, CH2O, CH2, CH2, Cl. Which heteroatoms are present? Oxygen and carbon, carbon and chloride, chlorine, chlorine and oxygen, hydrogen and carbon.
oxygen and carbon
Chlorine. Other than carbon and hydrogen, ताकू कहती heteroatoms. Carbon, hydrogen छाड़देला oxygen और chlorine को कहबो heteroatom. Mineral acids are stronger acids than carboxylic acid because both mineral acids and carboxylic acids are comparatively ionized. Mineral acids are completely ionized while carboxylic acids are completely ionized. Mineral acids are completely ionized, carboxylic acids are partially ionized. Koda. Mineral acids are stronger acid than carboxylic acid because mineral acids are completely ionized than the carboxylic acid. That is why sulfuric acid H2SO4 mineral acid, hydrochloric acid mineral acid. These are the strong acid than acetic acid. Acetic acid is carboxylic acid. Hey, कर दे सुप्रति. The functional group association is the functional group present in alcohols is OH. Reason is it is the same group as present in water. Hence, water and alcohol have similar properties.
C.
Association is true. R is false. Vegetable oils are healthier than animal fats. Association. Reason is vegetable oils generally have long unsaturated carbon chain while animal fats have saturated carbon chain. When ethanol reacts with sodium, two products are formed. These are sodium ethanoate and hydrogen, sodium ethanoate and oxygen, sodium ethoxide and hydrogen,
sodium ethoxide and hydrogen,
sodium ethoxide and oxygen,
sodium ethoxide and hydrogen,
sodium
ethoxide and hydrogen,
ethoxide and
hydrogen.
hydrogen. An organic compound A of molecular formula C2H4 on reduction gives another compound B of molecular formula C2H6. On reaction B on reaction with chlorine in the presence of sunlight gives C of molecular formula C2H5Cl. What is a molecular formula C2H4? Ethene. Reduction means when hydrogen add to gives ethane CH3CH3 or C2H6. B is ethane. When ethane is react with chlorine in presence of sunlight, chloroethane is produced. CH3 CH2Cl. A carbon compound A having melting point 156 Kelvin and boiling point 351 Kelvin with molecular formula C2H6O is soluble in water in all proportions. C2H6O. Identify A and draw it. Identify A. Ethanol or ethyl alcohol. CH3CH2OH. Name the enzyme which initiates the protein digestion in human beings. Name the gland that secretes this enzyme. Assertion is amphibians can tolerate mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Reason is amphibians are animals with two-chambered heart.
Second is H2 Alice first.
Amphibians are three-chambered heart. Assertion is true, reason is false. Assertion is interauricular septum separates left atrium from right atrium. Reason is interventricular septum separates left ventricles from right ventricles. B. The assertion is the walls of the atria are thicker than those of the ventricles. Reason is ventricles have to pump blood into various organs at high pressure. D. Ventricles have to. Reason is ventricle have to pump blood into various organs at high pressure. D is incorrect. No, reason is incorrect. Assertion: left atrium receive oxygenated blood from pulmonary vein. Reason is pulmonary vein carries oxygenated blood to the heart. A is false. All the arteries carry oxygenated blood from the heart to various organs. All the arteries. Pulmonary artery exception. In the process of excretion, the nitrogenous waste X and Y are removed from blood in the kidneys. Identify X and Y.
Nitrogenous waste water.
The combination of Bowman's capsule and the tubule taken together constitute X. What is the term X?
Neutron.
What is the process called by which plants get rid of excess water? Transpiration. The plant waste X is used to make adhesive identity X, gums, identify the plant excreted product utilized in leather treatment. Tannin. Name the process by which artificial kidney remove nitrogenous waste product from the blood. Dialysis or hemodialysis or artificial. Choose the incorrect pair. Ultrafiltration, glomerulus. Concentration of urine, collecting duct. Transport of urine, ureter. Storage of urine, urinary bladder. Very good. Second, concentration of urine, collecting duct. Collection of urine take place actually in U-shaped structure that is called Hens loop. Which row is the sequence of organs that urine passes through after it is formed in the nephron? Collecting duct, urethra, urinary bladder, ureter गोटे आ गोटे रहला ureter, urinary bladder, collecting duct, urethra, collecting duct, ureter, urinary bladder, urethra, urethra, urinary bladder, collecting duct, ureter. See, first आसीबो collecting duct ru ureter, ureter ru bladder, तापर परिस्रा ये नली देखि हम जोटा urethra देबे. In the excretory system of human beings, some substances in the initial filtrate such as glucose, amino acids, salt and water are selectively reabsorbed in urethra, nephron, ureter, urinary bladder. In a person, the tubal part of the nephron is not functioning at all. What will be its effect on urine formation? The urine will not be formed. Quality and quantity of urine is unaffected. Urine is more concentrated. Urine is more diluted. Urine is more diluted. Which type of receptors are used to detect the taste of food? Gustatory. Name the structural functional unit of central nerve system.
Brain.
Neuron. The brain is responsible thinking, balancing the body, regulating all the above. The gap between two neurons, synapse. Where some patients of diabetes treatment by giving injection of insulin
To lower their blood sugar.
to fulfill the requirement of insulin in the body. If insulin is a hormone which is produced by the pancreas and helps in regulating the blood sugar. If sugar level increases in the blood due to lack of insulin, it leads to many harmful effects. So that to fulfill the insulin recovery, we have to give insulin injections. What is the function of receptors in our body? Think of a situation where receptors do not work properly. What problems are likely to arise? The function of receptors in our body is very important as they collect information about changes in the environment around us. Receptors then pass the same information in the form of a raw nerve impulse to the central nerve system, where the information is processed and the ultimate response is given. Which signals will get disrupted in case of a spinal cord injury? In case of a spinal cord injury, signals for reflex actions and involuntary actions will get identify the part of the brain concerned with memory, will and power. Cerebrum. Muscular coordination, cerebellum. What parameters will lead to increase in population size? Birth rate. Name any one contraceptive mechanical barrier that prevent the sperms from reaching the egg. Mechanical barrier. Condom. Name any one contraceptive method that can cause side effects. Copper T, IUDs. In X procedure, a small portion of oviduct is cut and tied properly. This prevents the egg to reach the uterus. Identify X. Tubectomy. Give the name of one sexually transmitted disease which is caused by bacteria. Gonorrhea, syphilis. ତମେ SST ଟା କେବେ